Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, December 24th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 631 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Trump Surgeon General suggests the former president only decided to publicly back vaccines because Biden praised him first. Prosecutor, Oxford school shooting suspect's mom had affair while son spiraled. Apple employees plan to walk off their jobs on Christmas Eve, urge customers to not buy anything amid the last-minute shopping rush. 4 people injured after shooting at Chicago area mall. VP Kamala Harris told allies that the media coverage of her would be different if she was a white man, report. Fringe factions of MAGA world are imploding after Trump publicly advocated for the COVID-19 jab. Rangers trek through snow to find hiker on Hawaii mountain. Kim Potter, ex-Minnesota officer, found guilty of manslaughter in death of Daunte Wright. 40-50 vehicles in massive crash Thursday morning that has closed portions of Interstate 94 in western Wisconsin, no fatalities reported. The Omicron wave looks swift and painful. Some scientists expect U.S. cases to peak in January and bottom out in March. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. 2 more Tiananmen monuments removed from Hong Kong University campuses, Reuters. Ex-officer Kim Potter wouldn't have been convicted in Daunte Wright's fatal shooting years ago, legal experts say, CNN. Deflated healthcare workers and desperate patients clash over alternative COVID treatments, CNN. Kardashian-Jenner Christmas Eve party scaled back because of COVID, TMZ. 14-year-old girl killed by Los Angeles Police Department bullet during suspect takedown at North Hollywood Burlington store, KABC-TV. Dozens dead in Bangladesh ferry fire, Al Jazeera English. Parents of Michigan school shooter failed to act after teachers show them he'd drawn gun, Daily Mail. 2 dead in submerged car in San Francisco, KTLA. Amazon reaches labor deal, giving workers more power to organize, The New York Times. Los Angeles Lakers bid adieu in home arena's final game as Staples Center, ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Rihanna's wax figure is a Christmas catastrophe, fans say. LA police kill 14-year-old girl in clothing store shooting. Delta, United cancel 200 Christmas Eve flights as soaring Omicron cases hit staff. New York cutting back on Times Square crowd for New Year's Eve over COVID spike. Search for a COVID-19 test means sold out signs, long lines. Woman pleads guilty to punching flight attendant over mask requirement. Islands block Royal Caribbean cruise ship after 55 test positive for COVID. CDC relaxes quarantine policy for COVID-infected healthcare workers. Georgia election workers sue Rudy Giuliani, own over election fraud claims. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. 1983 victim's body found, but not at search site. Family prepares to host free dinner for community. Woman sues group after her lost dog gets adopted. 100-year-old man has eaten Wheaties every day. Man brings joy to others after wrongful conviction. Retired Ohio police K-9 officer passes away. Takeout-only pizza concept to open. Sheriff's office gives gifts instead of tickets. Last ride, after nearly 5 decades, Iowa bus driver retires. Couple caught on video abandoning dog, puppies. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. More than 1,900 Christmas Eve flights are cancelled globally. Europeans ponder living with, not defeating, COVID. Stray bullet kills girl as officers fire at suspect in Los Angeles store. He paid $30 for a drawing, it could be a Renaissance work worth millions. Webb telescope launch, date, time and live stream. When the boss says to chillax. Why the Match.com CEO took a stand on the Texas abortion law. Adams delays appointment of ex-police official amid ethics concerns. J.K. Rowling on the magic of things. The Nutcracker and the sex tape. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Indian bishop denounces open season against Christians as states pass anti-conversion laws. 7 unbelievable headlines in 2021 that were not satire. These 11 Christmas movies are the most relaxing to watch, an analyzer claims. Woman shares clever use for leftover wrapping paper pieces. How tall is Santa Claus? Here's how to answer that question for kids. GOP congressman calls on LA to Gaskin to resign over diversion program for teens accused of sex crimes. Peter Dinklage slams politically wrong critics of his Hervé Villechaize role. Valerie Bertinelli gets emotional in Instagram post about self-loathing. Chicago area mall shooting leaves several wounded, 2 suspects in custody, 1 sought. AOC confronts Bill Bratton after ex-top cop blasts NYC subway homeless problem. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, December 24th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Santa prepares for liftoff, NORAD tracks Father Christmas as he sets off from Lapland. COVID-19 UK, record 1.4 million people had COVID in UK last week. Doctor admits number of patients testing positive for COVID after admission is a major problem. Baby girl's adorable reaction when she tastes pizza for the first time, video. Key that locked up Nelson Mandela is set to sell for more 1 million. Daily COVID cases hit new record of 119,789 as hospitalizations rise. 6 car-themed watches that sold for huge sums at auction in 2021. Backlash's man, 33, is charged over Facebook Hogmanay party at Sturgeon's house post. NY could still be axed over staff shortages even if Omicron milder, UK health chief warns. Animal lovers reveal the reality of spending the holidays with their 4-legged friends. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Corona virus dampens Christmas joy in biblical Bethlehem. More Tiananmen massacre memorials removed in Hong Kong. Tourist drug demand is bringing cartel violence to Mexico's most popular resorts. Massive ferry fire kills at least 39 in southern Bangladesh. For Queen Elizabeth II, 2021 brought sorrow and scandal to the royal family. German convicted of 1993 murder arrested in Netherlands. Omicron in West Africa appears relatively mild. That might not be the case everywhere, Continental CDC says. More Australians are paying tribute to Indigenous people. Some worry it's just lip service. Myanmar army airstrikes sent hundreds fleeing into Thailand. Biden is prioritizing rapid testing to counter Omicron. Other countries are far ahead. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. COVID Live News, Omicron impact on society could determine new UK curbs, hundreds of Christmas flights cancelled. Our favorite photos from 2021, how Guardian U.S. Pictures captured a historic year. As U.S. West braces for Omicron surge, leaders take a hands-off approach. FTSE 100 nears pandemic high as Santa rally lifts markets, business hive. Los Angeles police kill girl, 14, when firing at suspect in clothing store. Nirvana seek to dismiss sexual abuse lawsuit concerning Nevermind cover. Queen expected to strike personal tone in Christmas Day message. Black Americans continue to see higher jobless rate despite market recovery. K-pop star Suga tests positive for COVID after BTS return from US. The year of the surprise package, 5 gifts the NFL gave us in 2021. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Search to resume for 1,887 time capsule under Lee Monument. Where the messaging went wrong on boosters, the country's best bet against Omicron. COVID-19 spike worsens Africa's severe poverty, hunger rose. South Korea pardons former president. 2 major airlines cancel holiday flights as Omicron cases hit cruise. 14-year-old girl in dressing room killed by stray bullet during police shooting. Former college student charged in boyfriend's suicide pleads guilty. Jury finds Kim Potter guilty in death of Daunte Wright. Watch, sloth enjoys tasty stocking stuffer. Snowstorm, heavy rain expected to slam parts of the West through Christmas weekend. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Selfridges sold for 4 billion to Thai-Austrian alliance. Bangladesh ferry fire, dozens killed near Jalakathy. Haridwar, police case after outrage in India over anti-Muslim hate speech. Hong Kong universities remove more monuments marking Tiananmen. Rare pink handfish spotted in Australia for first time in decades. Park Geun-hye, South Korea's ex-president granted government pardon. Mali, West condemns Russian mercenaries deployment. Switzerland's wolves get too close for comfort. Marie Head, unsung at home, but a hero in France. Climate change, small army of volunteers keeping deniers off Wikipedia. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Showbiz Minute, Didion, Knopf, Bateman. Wait, why are we all wearing ugly Christmas sweaters? How the holiday tradition got started. Okay ladies, now let's get information. Santa reindeer may actually be female. Omicron surge leads to cancelled flights, scaled back events and sidelined sports stars. Latest COVID-19 updates. A grim Christmas as Zimbabweans queue for cash. On this day, December 24, 1990. LA police kill teen girl while firing at suspect. Girl, 14, killed by Los Angeles police during attempted suspect takedown inside Burlington store. Today in history for December 24th. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Photos, Southland storm brings voluntary evacuations. Biscayne wants 1,300 more cops, and plans to pay for them using existing city funds. How Joan Didion's Sacramento childhood shaped her life, and her take on California. Manhattan Beach police investigating anti-Semitic stickers placed throughout city. Omicron becoming dominant in some parts of California as COVID-19 cases soar. California woman who knocked out flight attendant's teeth pleads guilty to federal felony. Harris arrives in LA as staffer, lawmakers test positive for coronavirus. Is it safe to eat at restaurants amid Omicron surge? Here's what the experts say. 2 bodies recovered after flooding in Millbrae. Column, Joan Didion, California and the Enduring Power of Our Special History. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, December 24th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Japan joins U.S. boycott of Beijing Olympics. Dalit low caste, cook sacked in Uttarakhand after upper caste students refuse to eat food prepared by her. Ecuador makes COVID-19 vaccination obligatory. Putin loses his cool when confronted over Ukraine, claims it belongs to Lenin anyway. Japanese university finds drug effective in treating ALS. Warsaw scientist finds natural coral saving UV filter in Antarctic bacteria. Analysis, when China's leading paper ignores Xi, all bets are off. South Korean President Moon Jae-in has pardoned former President Park Geun-hye, who was serving a 22-year prison term for a vast corruption scandal. 2 more Hong Kong universities tear down Tiananmen massacre monuments in early hours of Friday. Last Tiananmen monument removed in Hong Kong. White House reiterates that U.S. is ready to act if Russia invades Ukraine. Biden hasn't answered Israeli PM Bennett's phone calls for 3 weeks. U.S. Marines among 12 apprehended in Okinawa for drug smuggling. Supermarkets drop Brazilian beef products linked to deforestation. Amazon warned workers that its busy season could make them feel suicidal. The next headlines are from Forbes. Ralph Rangnick confirms Manchester United almost fully recovered after COVID-19 outbreak. Minnesota Vikings face familiar foe as Stafford, 10-4 Rams offer major challenge. 5 bold 2022 predictions for the U.S. airline industry. Surprise, surprise, Trump's 2019 China trade deal, which never had a chance to fall short. Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing CK is set to sell aircraft leasing businesses for $4.3 billion to Carlyle. AI-powered seafood marketplace startup raises $40 million from Tiger Global and Prozeus Ventures. Thai billionaire family Central Group, Austria signifying British retailer Selfridges. The Navy gets a Christmas present, all 11 USS Ford weapons elevators delivered. Crocs snaps up footwear brand Hey Dude for $2.5 billion. China wins as Joe Manchin downgrades U.S. economy. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Mars mission is China's first step in planetary exploration. A brave matter of ancient kinship in Neolithic Britain. Considerable escape of SARS-CoV-2 Omicron to antibody neutralization. Omicron escapes the majority of existing SARS-CoV-2 neutralizing antibodies. Omicron extensively but incompletely escapes Pfizer BNT162b2 neutralization. Cardiovascular diseases disrupt the bone marrow niche. Striking antibody evasion manifested by the Omicron variant of SARS-CoV-2. Researchers fear growing COVID vaccine hesitancy in developing nations. Time resolved structural analysis of an RNA-cleaving DNA catalyst. Broadly neutralizing antibodies target a hemagglutinin anchor epitope. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,753,096,531 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Succession showrunner Jesse Armstrong's production company doubles profits following success of I May Destroy You. Iranian team unpacks the Nordic noir from India that is a global hit for Netflix exclusive. Nagarjuna, Sarath Kumaran star-studded Disney Plus Hotstar Telugu language lineup. Bye Bye Morons review, Abdullah Khan's Xar winner pales in comparison to its influences. Critics' Choice Association says awards may move to late February or March, voting dates pushed as well. Joni Mitchell gets animated for Christmas in first music video for 1971's River. American Underdog review, old-fashioned sports biopic hits the sweet spot as family-friendly entertainment. In studio with Harry Styles Grammy-nominated immersive audio engineer, Greg Penny. Saturday Night Live head writer Anna Dresden exits to steer freeform animated comedy. Keira Knightley and writer-director Camille Griffin talk exploring motherhood at the end of the world in Silent Night. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. How the Soviet Union's collapse explains the current Russia-Ukraine tension. 4 of the biggest archaeological advancements of 2021, including one game-changer. People face long lines as they rush to get tested for COVID ahead of the holidays. Ferry fire kills at least 39 in southern Bangladesh. LA police kill teenage girl while firing on male suspect in clothing store shooting. A complete guide to what is, and isn't, open this Christmas Eve and day. South Korea pardons a former president imprisoned on corruption charges. Former NY Governor Andrew Cuomo won't be charged for touching a female trooper. A New York singer accuses actor Chris Noth of sexual abuse and intimidation. The following headlines are from The Week. What Omicron means for schools this winter. Printable crossword, issue, December 31, 2021 January 7, 2022. Solutions, crossword and Sudoku, issue, December 31, 2021 January 7, 2022. Interactive crossword, issue, December 31, 2021 January 7, 2022. The Week contest, sect on Zoom. I'm dreaming of a warm Christmas. Tweaking Harvard's admissions rules won't make America less elitist. Kim Potter found guilty on manslaughter charges in fatal shooting of Daunte Wright. The myth of the greatest generation. Writer Joan Didion has died at 87. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Love and casseroles in the time of COVID-19. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Best image ever taken of stars buzzing around the Milky Way supermassive black hole. This video of Comet Leonard, with Venus and Mercury, will blow your mind. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, December 24th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Personal solstices, Earth-Sky community photos. Top 10 stories of 2021 from Earth-Sky. Earth-Sky's top photos from 2021. The Christmas tree cluster, a December delight. The next news is from Politico. Putin demands Western security guarantees to end threat of Ukraine invasion. Senate's plans for January 6 session spark concerns for staff and police officers. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Bernie Kerik plans to publicly release documents demanded by January 6 committee. CDC sets shorter COVID isolation rules for health workers. 2 Georgia poll workers sue Giuliani, own over election conspiracy theories. Opinion Biden's big COVID mistake, overconfidence and overpromising. Russian buildup near Ukraine gains steam, new satellite images show. Potential Department of Justice suits against Apple and Google delayed amid budget woes. A flood of climate aid is coming from Washington. Will those who need it miss out? The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Not even COVID can stop Santa as he starts his annual Christmas voyage. 2021, the year in sport. Christmas Day X beckons for England's misfiring batters. Airlines move to ease fears over Christmas Day travel after mass cancellations. The night before Christmas, a new COVID case may not be the lump of coal the McGowan government expected. Short run, Hurricanes overcome 5-run penalty to beat Stars. The Sydney Morning Herald, photos of the week, December 23, 2021. Hong Kong connection continues for Schofield in Sydney. Waller, McDonald neck and neck as year nears finish line. Australia surpasses 9,000 new daily COVID-19 cases for first time as booster program fast-tracked. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The Moneyist, she is sneaky and double-dealing. My son died in a car accident, his half-sister looted his home, and brazenly gave away many of his belongings. London markets, London stocks rise in holiday-themed trade, with travel stocks taking the lead. Dow Jones Newswires, China Mobile exercise as green shoe option amid high demand for Shanghai offering. Google, Intel, GM join list of big companies skipping says in person due to COVID fears. Dow Jones Newswires, consortium led by Carlyle Group to buy 125 aircraft from CK Asset for $4.28 billion. The Wall Street Journal, United, Delta cancel dozens of holiday weekend flights as Omicron spreads. IPO report, the IPOs to expect in 2022, Reddit, Instacart and others could hit Wall Street. Dow Jones Newswires, Bank of Korea to appropriately adjust monetary policy in 2022. Dow Jones Newswires, Lazydays announces CEO William Murnane will step down. DoorDash will require all employees to deliver goods or perform other gigs, and some of them aren't happy. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Cleveland Clinic researchers identify how red meat increases cardiovascular disease risk, Uric alert. Societe Hectors announces antitrust clearance of license agreement with Neurocrine Biosciences, Yahoo Finance. The most read IP Law 360 guest articles of 2021, Law 360. IP legislation updates bring benefits to the Serbian pharma industry, Lixology. China revokes patent licenses for irregular patent applications, the National Law Review. Patent Prosecution Highway, PPH, a fast-track examination program, Lixology. International business machines, slow growth and elevated valuation, NASDAQ. The 17 Hudson Valley towns that will sell recreational marijuana, WPDH.com. Thousand Oaks inventor who produced talking teeth, 800 other toys still working at 100, VC star. How Bosch car service has evolved over the last 100 years, golf business. The next headlines are from Quartz. U.S. workers with the highest wage gains in 2021. Long COVID is pitting patients against doctors. India has spent a decade wasting the potential of its young population. The Matrix Resurrections is mostly about trolling Hollywood capitalism. There is a fast and easy way to get more rapid tests, if the FDA wants to. The NHL's exit from the Beijing Olympics is probably just the beginning. The rise of everything apps. How to set Omicron boundaries with friends and family. RIP, Hong Kong's Tiananmen sculpture. A history of design innovations emerging from health crises. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Investigation shows Egyptian government hacked a dissident's phone twice, using 2 different companies' malware. Video game Hades makes history as first video game to win a Hugo Award. Texas regulators learned nothing from February's carnage, prepare to repeat the cycle. Tanzania's abuse of U.S. copyright law to silence critics on Twitter should be a warning for regulators looking to mess with content moderation. Another Illinois appeals court handles compelled password production, says there's no Fifth Amendment issue here. Daily Deal, Go Safe S780-Chem with Sony image sensor. State Department report repeats talking points from group who wants to ban all porn. Another report shows US 5G isn't living up to the hype. Dia gives former Marine back $86,900 cops took from him during a Nevada traffic stop caught on body cam. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. NORAD Santa Tracker. Los Angeles Lakers. Willie Garson. Derrick Henry. Walmart Christmas Eve hours. UCF football. Kamala Harris. Ian Book. Donald Trump. 49ers. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Russia fines Google nearly $100 million. Russian swimming champ fired from job after airport mask row. Porn about to be crazy, prototype of lickable TV raises eyebrows. Millions left without power amid European energy crunch. Trans man slams nurses for mother label after giving birth. Fourth South Korean president jailed for corruption receives pardon. Thousands stranded at airports in Christmas holiday travel nightmare. Unabomber moved to medical facility from prison. UK plans return of pint-sized bottles of bubbly in post-Brexit win, reports. Russia warns of potential large-scale conflict in Europe. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Judgment Day, Sweden vindicated. U.S. exchanges look to India and Indonesia to make up for loss of China's business. Netherlands goes nuclear in massive atomic humanist victory. The inevitability of Kamala Harris. A woman is a woman, man is a man, Putin vows to protect Russia from West's gender obscurantism. How to create a healthcare crisis. Rocking around the plastic tree. Australia's chief pharmacist says public needs to accept boosters and mask mandates for many years to come. China gives celebrities and social media influencers 10 more days to pay taxes owed. Bhattacharya, we cannot stop the spread of COVID, but we can end the pandemic. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. In Libya, anger and uncertainty after polls delayed. The last Soviet generation. Myanmar army air raids sent hundreds fleeing into Thailand. With drones and thermal cameras, Greek officials monitor refugees. Just surviving, for Cambodian tourism, recovery out of sight. What is behind the rise in transphobia in the UK? A tall Christmas tree in a post-Christian world. What will it take to end gender-based violence in India? Western powers slam deployment of Russian mercenaries in Mali. Julian Assange's lawyers seek UK appeal against US extradition. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Scalise, Biden messed up testing because he only wanted to talk about vaccines. Dem Chicago alderman, we still talk more about COVID and gun violence, even though more kids die from guns in Chicago than COVID. Florida Republican under fire from Hoa for Let's Go Brandon Christmas lights. New Jersey's redistricting commission bolsters Democrat strength. Nassau County declines to charge Andrew Cuomo over sexual misconduct allegations. Missouri poll, former Governor Eric Greeton's strongest in GOP Senate field against any Democrat. One dead in Burlington coat factory shooting in gun-controlled CA. Madagascar minister claims he swam 12 hours to safety after helicopter crash. Christian persecution increased worldwide in 2021. New York, vaccination card forgers face 1 year in jail. The next headlines are from UPI News. Massachusetts man wins his second $1 million lottery jackpot. Wheel of Fortune contestant who was denied an Audi will receive new car, anyway. Swap meet shopper returns family photos, letters to Hawaii brothers. Watch, flying squirrels found living on University of Nebraska campus. Watch, Japanese professor develops TV screen viewer can taste. Look, renovation project in Scotland uncovers message in a bottle from 1967. Watch, helicopter hoists boat that fell down California cliff. Iraqi artist string art portrait breaks Guinness World Record. Watch, Spider-Man's Tom Holland flies with boy who saved sister from dog. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. James Webb largest space telescope now scheduled to launch on Christmas Day. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Spectacular time-lapse shows the hypnotic flames on the surface of the sun. Watch. Mystery Santa caught on CCTV sneaking around in the dead of night, leaving festive treats for residents to find. Experimental treatment in Spain puts 18 cancer patients in complete remission. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, December 24th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Judge refuses to jail Lakeland Capitol riot suspect ahead of his wedding celebration. Taste the TV, Japan invents lickable screen to imitate food flavors. People got sick at a conspiracy conference, they're sure it's anthrax. Barrister who sued after colleague asked him to stop farting loses case. Hawaii families devastated by the impacts of few contaminated water. Have I been poisoning my children? Man in underwear chases pizza delivery driver, gets arrested. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. The most mind-blowing neural stories of 2021. Japanese researcher creates lickable TV screen because God is dead. Google Photos no longer offers unlimited storage, so what are your options? Smart, this AI spots deepfakes by analyzing light reflections in the eyes. Surprise, an investigation into Tesla's gaming feature made people angry. Apple's AirPods Max are a year old, and the case is still atrocious. Your Netflix recommendations suck. These tools will help you improve them. This material learns like animals, and could help further AI research. This futuristic solar truck concept is like an F-transformer. 4 tech debt pitfalls your startup needs to avoid. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Earth's first giant. COVID-19 infection detected in 6 Ohio locations. SARS-CoV-2 goes underground to spread from cell to cell. What makes mRNA vaccine so effective against severe COVID-19? No more annual flu shot, new target for universal influenza vaccine. Dominant SARS-CoV-2 alpha variant evolved to evade our innate immune system. Mapping the musical mind. The next headlines are from Information Week. Supply chains may be stalled, but can still deliver opportunity. Why more businesses will be creating their own chips in 2022. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, December 24th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA selects 4 university teams for aviation projects. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. By wide receiver Neil Paul declares for NFL draft. University of Utah president says he regrets how reports of KKK group feces on black student store were handled. Behind the headlines, lawsuit over rape report targets 2 Utah schools and staff shortages at shelter services. U.S. adds Merck pill as second easy-to-use drug against COVID-19. Latest from Mormon land, what would Jesus tweet? How to see Christmas Street, SLC, and what to read after. Turner Bitton and Eric Lopez, Other Side Village to offer a community for homeless. A year after Ty Jordan's death, Utah football's Kyle Whittingham is still navigating the most difficult thing he's faced as a coach. Justice Morath, it's time to put the tired old myths about professors to bed. It's beginning to look a lot like a wet Christmas. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Toyota reviewing key-fob remote start subscription plan after massive blowback. Virtual guns in video games could soon be worth real money. Buying influence, how China manipulates Facebook and Twitter. At long last, the world's most powerful space telescope is ready to launch. Decentralized exchanges saw over $1 trillion in trading volume this year. FDA authorizes second COVID-19 antiviral pill. Tech execs and engineers are quitting large companies for once-in-generation opportunity with crypto. Amazon's Alexa stalled with users as interest faded, documents show. Seconds before a 6.2 earthquake rattled California, phones got a vital warning. Watching a lecture twice at double speed can benefit learning better than watching it once at normal speed. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. A Festivus for the Rest of Us, beloved Seinfeld episode airs tonight on Fox 2. 3 people shot, killed in North St. Louis. St. Louis called one most underrated cities in U.S. for birding. Missouri sees massive jump in newly recorded COVID-19 cases as Omicron variant takes hold in state. St. Louis area residents urged to avoid travel over COVID spread. Wally's roadside travel shop to open in Fenton next year. Tornado debris found nearly 5 miles from damaged Defiance home. Police need help identifying St. Louis County supermarket shooting suspect. Police, Missouri man shot neighbor with a crossbow. Where people in Missouri are moving to most. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. There is no higher priority. 2 local districts granted over $1 to boost school safety. The rain is here, flooding risks, road closures and what to expect this holiday weekend. 1 dead, 1 injured in shooting at Burlington Coat Factory in NoHo, suspect killed by police. San Diego Christian College cancels SDSU game due to COVID protocols. Kim Potter guilty of manslaughter in Daunte Wright death. Teenager dies after crashing into trees, other teen driver arrested. Holiday storm begins, when you'll start to see rain Thursday. What's your COVID risk at San Diego holiday gatherings? Check this map. Home security camera catches arsonist setting car on fire. Hitting the road, best and worst times for Christmas, New Year's travel. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Italian Army's A-169B helicopters hit a flight hour milestone. Ukraine demos a big surprise for Russia. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. How to do e-commerce in China. Intel apologizes as Biden signs Wire Forced Labor Prevention Act into law. Inside the Department of Justice's China initiative with the MIT Technology Review. Literary Festival All-Female Cohort underscores women's writing. China contemplates better laws to promote gender equality, but remains hostile to radical feminist campaigns. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, December 24th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. 2 die in shooting at Los Angeles store, 1 woman hospitalized. I'm still in here, woman trapped in her mind after colonoscopy. Rob Black's winners and losers, TikTok traffic outpaces Google. Elizabeth Holmes arrives in court on 3rd day of jury deliberations. I did sleep with students, James Franco breaks silence on sexual misconduct allegations. Pregnancy and COVID, the good news and bad news. Ex-officer Kim Potter guilty in killing of Daunte Wright. Body found of Bay Area man reported missing nearly 10 years ago. Passenger who attacked Southwest Airlines flight attendant facing 20 years in prison. Joan Didion, peerless prose stylist, dies at 87. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Georgia election workers file second suit over fraud claims. 5 teenagers charged in armed carjacking of U.S. Rep. Scanlon. List of books Joan Didion's published books. U.S. sets shorter COVID-19 isolation rules for health workers. Nets plan to play Christmas, NBA, union evaluating protocols. Brady, Bucks look to rebound versus Panthers after being blanked. Kim Potter guilty of manslaughter in Daunte Wright's death. Cook County to require proof of COVID-19 vaccination at restaurants, fitness centers, bars. Illinois sets record for new COVID-19 cases in a day with 18,942. Bail set at $500,000 for West Chicago man accused of trying to suffocate his mother. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Traveling in Washington for the upcoming holiday? Here's what to know. New Washington state laws going into effect in 2022. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Belize, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Manam in Papua New Guinea. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Congo. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai in Tonga. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco, Tunisia. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, December 24th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Disney makes marching band dream come true for young men with autism. What chemical was released during the ExxonMobil plant fire in Baytown? Founder of St. Arnold Brewing pours hard into finding cure for inflammatory bowel disease. Here are the true stories behind your favorite Christmas songs. Temperatures are warming up through Christmas. Restaurants open on Christmas Day 2021. New TV for Christmas, tips for getting the most out of home entertainment equipment. Santa's house valued at more than $1 million, boasts stone fireplace and cookie oven, solo. George Floyd's not pardoned by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Pilot killed in crash after collision with paraglider in Fort Bend County identified. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Dolphins, Saints meet after rallying back to relevance. Forecasters, New Mexico should brace for worsening drought. Russ Rose retires as Penn State women's volleyball coach. Key Bears players search for meaning in 4-10 season. Giants Saquon Barkley playing for himself down the stretch. Huntley giving Ravens reasons to believe in him. Brown Steve Treader, Saints QBs test positive for COVID-19. Live updates, Ecuador makes pandemic vaccination mandatory. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. What it would take to make to-go cocktails a permanent reality in NYC. As COVID surges in NYC jails, officials quibble over blame. Extra extra, Joan Didion, inimitable American writer, has died at 87. New Year's Eve in Times Square will be scaled back, with just 15,000 fully vaccinated and masked spectators. New Yorkers line up for hard-to-get free COVID test kits, more giveaways coming Friday. Andrew Cuomo won't face charges for alleged touching incident at Belmont Park. What to do in NYC over the holidays if Omicron ruined your plans. Native New Yorkers on TikTok are pushing back against the NYC influencer trend. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Uruguay launches sovereign bundling to climate targets. How can we end systemic racism in the U.S. legal system? Extraordinary lives of Indian Muslim women documented. Interview with Siddharth Chatterjee, UN resident coordinator in China, on the Beijing Winter Olympics and Paralympics. Authorities urge to protect women and children following violence and protests in Sudan. Stepping up assistance to Venezuelans crossing Chile's inhospitable northern border. Despite rampant poverty, existential lack of funding impedes UNRWA's work. 2021, a grim year for planet Earth. America faces a fateful crossroad in 2022. Champions of the Earth, Mia Mottley versus the Faceless Few. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Study, Omicron variant has 80% lower risk of hospitalization. Trump says he didn't pardon Assange or Snowden due to some spying things, but pardoned handler of most damaging spy in history. What Russia says about its not an ultimatum demands to the US and NATO. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Was a giant, 14-pound possum killed in Minnesota? No evidence of anthrax attack at conspiracy event. Trump asks Supreme Court to block release of documents. Unabomber Ted Kaczynski moved to prison medical facility. Did people refer to gaslighting during the era of I Love Lucy? UK data suggests hospitalization is less likely with Omicron. Yingling accuses Bud Light of trampling on trademark. NHL announces players won't be allowed to go to Olympics. U.S. Rep Scanlon's carjacked vehicle found, 5 in custody. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Early data on Omicron. Increase in COVID-19 virus reports due to reporting requirements, intense scrutiny of widely given vaccines. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. James Franco is not taking ownership of the accusations that matter. Student admits the 47,130 chilling texts she sent boyfriend led to his suicide. Fourth woman says Chris not sexually attacked her, too. Ex-Minnesota cop Kim Potter convicted for killing Daunte Wright. Treat yourself to something on your list with these holiday deals. How a Minnesota family of 7 died in their beds at home. Trump asks Supreme Court to come to his rescue in January 6th battle. Joan Didion, who perfectly balanced cool and emotion, dead at 87. Lilibet makes her public debut on Meghan and Harry's Christmas-free holiday card, and look at Archie's red hair. Putin loses his cool when confronted over Ukraine, claims it belongs to Lenin anyway. The next headlines are from the New York Post. TikTok ambush interviewer crackhead Arnie gets TV show. The most dangerous zodiac signs, rank from least to most. I used out-of-date fake tan and it turned me totally green, I looked like Shrek. Third grade teacher who hit viral shot is ex-Rutgers player Kathleen Fitzpatrick. What to watch on Christmas Day 2021. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. How the good fields expanded our cosmic boundaries. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Extraordinary challenges ahead for Webb Space Telescope. Tornado Alley may be shifting east, threatening businesses and supply chains. 100 times more powerful than Hubble, Webb Space Telescope to search for first light after Big Bang. Beavers are now living as far north as the Arctic, researchers find. Doctors test possible breast cancer vaccine. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Trump appeals to Supreme Court to block January 6 committee from getting his White House documents. 55 cruise passengers test positive for COVID, second Royal Caribbean ship with problems. Audi to gift SUV to would-be Wheel of Fortune winner after controversy. Award-winning author Joan Didion, acclaimed voice of new journalism, dead at age 87. Unabomber Ted Kaczynski transferred to prison medical facility. Serendipity 3 and its famous frozen hot chocolate coming to Atlantic City's Ocean Casino Resort. Former Boston College student pleads guilty to manslaughter for encouraging boyfriend's suicide. Texas governor doesn't pardon George Floyd as parole board withdraws recommendation. Girl, 10, dies after attempting viral blackout challenge, this is a pain that won't go away. New York City's Times Square New Year's Eve bash still on, but de Blasio mandates masks and sets capacity at 15K amid Omicron surge. The following headlines are from military.com. More Marines discharged over vaccine refusal, total at 169. Army stuns Missourian Armed Forces bow on last second FG. U.S. Navy says it seizes arms from Iran likely bound for Yemen. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Murder, armed robbery charges filed in attack of man, 59, in Budlong Woods neighborhood, police say. Robert L. May, the creator of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. In 2021, violence spread into Chicago neighborhoods that normally enjoy a sense of security, rattling nerves and putting city leaders on the defensive. Chicago homicides in 2021, 783 people have been slain through December 19. That's 34 more than at the same point in 2020. State Senator Kimberly Lightford's husband exchanged gunfire with at least one suspect during carjacking earlier this week, police say. Decades before jazz was heard in Bronzeville, sleigh bells rang as horses raced at snow-covered boulevard. Cook County follows Chicago with COVID-19 vaccination mandate for patrons of restaurants, gyms and other businesses. Daywatch, new daily record set for Illinois COVID cases. Mom recalls fallen Chicago firefighter feels expected to play Sunday for Bears. 2 men, one a Chicago firefighter, are being remembered fondly after perishing from a fire on Chicago's northwest side. The following headlines are from FIS.org. The fate of Latin American forests in a warming world. Research team creates the world's lightest isotope of magnesium to date. Earth's first known giant was as big as a sperm whale. Explainer, veteran Hubble versus new Webb Space Telescope. Researchers use electron microscope to turn nanotube into tiny transistor. Blueprint reveals how plants build a sugar transport lane. French Guiana awaits historic Webb telescope launch. Zinc isotopes of arc-related lavas reveal recycling of warrior serpentinides into subarc mantle. Bringing space inside the lab, researchers replicate the climates of exoplanets to help find extraterrestrial life. Consumer confidence, Omicron plays holiday Grinch. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, December 24th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Myrna will do more than conquer COVID. A year lasts 16 hours on this ultra-hot, Jupiter-like planet. Earthing and its otherworldly promises. Custom pillows with pictures, 12 best brands. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Bullsign Efferson Ilyasova, GMAC clung to 10-day deals. Meta fights UK tech regulator over order to sell Jiffy. Afghanistan, frozen assets, suffering children. COVID-19 boosters, stay masked. Billionaire CEOs, a system that socializes the losses. Omicron pulls workers back into eye of the storm as workplace outbreaks grow. Georgia election workers sue One American News, Giuliani over fraud claims. Affordable housing, let legislators know it matters. Mental health, nurse practitioners help fill a surging gap. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. What you need to know as the Ravens and NFL navigate another surge in COVID cases. Zach Wilson is showing signs of learning how to play free with instructor. U.S. cuts COVID isolation time for health workers. Revisiting Jake Fromm's elite white people text as he's expected to make first NFL start. Jets QB Joe Flacco, Vikings RB Dalvin Cook among 46 NFL players placed on reserve COVID-19 list Thursday. Saquon Barkley reflects on another frustrating season, Jalen Smith exudes confidence. Dolphins Saints predictions, can Dolphins extend win streak Monday night versus Saints stingy defense? Starting safety Javon Holland returns, Dolphins lose 3 more to COVID. Home decor, 6 home renovation lessons learned from 2021. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Inside the Beltway, Eisenhower's Christmas message from space. Cynthia Millen, USA swimming official, quits in protest over transgender swimmer Leah Thomas. Biden signs bills on forced labor in China, ALS research. USS Gerald Ford, troubled Navy aircraft carrier, moves closer to first deployment. Texas board withdraws George Floyd pardon recommendation. Several studies find Omicron less severe, leads to fewer hospitalizations. New numbers contradict Democrats' predictions of GOP gerrymandering. Trump asks justices to prevent January 6 committee from getting his documents. Nearly 50,000 Afghans resettled in U.S., 25,000 remain at military bases. Jingle bells cancelled in Brighton schools as part of diversity push in Rochester suburb. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Son of the South. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, December 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. The humble origins of the beloved Christmas carol Silent Night. Man jailed in Rogers Park carjacking now facing murder charge in same-day shooting. Rainbow Push visits 2 homeless camps in Chicago, distributing sleeping bags and pushing for affordable housing in the city. It's always a picture-perfect Christmas with dogs. Rescheduling games in February creates logistical puzzle for Blackhawks, rest of NHL. Rutgers receives Gator Bowl bid. An inside look at Blackhawks rebuilding year in broadcast booth. How chats with GM Ryan Pace helped rookie Thomas Graham find his way. Both are protocol-free, and Lonzo Ball is hoping it stays that way. City, companies to pay $2 million for pills and lead pollution cleanup. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Drought likely to be Congress at Arakan CM face. Saturk, Sovdhan, PM urges caution at COVID review meet. Vibum scam, CBI gets MP not to prosecute top officials. Papers leak, court asks CBI to probe Deshmukh's role. Nalini, Rajiv killing case convict, gets months bail. Record one-day jump in Omicron cases, India's tally crosses 300. Karnataka passes anti-conversion bill in assembly. RBI extends car tokenization deadline by 6 months. Shrinklers request to meet Suki turned down. 1 killed in Ludhiana court blast, bogey of terror, says Chani. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, December 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. COVID cases increase and Cirque cancels Thursday's performances. Texans have over a dozen players on COVID-19 list. Best Music Videos of 2021 Part 4. Things to do, read Unchained, the Eddie Van Halen story by Paul Brannigan. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston into the new year. Best video game releases of 2021. 4 thoughts on Jalen Green's return. The next headlines are about world records making news. 2021 Swami Awards, African Female Swimmer of the Year, Tatiana Schoenmaker, swam. Local man sets new fly fishing world record on Lake Granbury, Hood County News. Did Cobra's 2022 driver help break the ball speed world record, Golficity? Why Liverpool player and Japan international Takumi Minamino was once a Guinness World Record holder, Sports Illustrated. Year in review, the top 5 moments of the Tokyo Olympic Games, Swimming World magazine. Aussie strongman sets 2 carpooling world records in an hour, Stufco NZ. Vidot, T-Nam's Robusta coffee honored with world record, iNews. Shoes to have uniform sole thickness from November 2024 World Athletics, Reuters. Iraqi artist string art portrait breaks Guinness World Record, UPI News. Not even world record could make Arsenal hero Jack Wilshere wear a Tottenham shirt in hilarious TalkSport, talksport.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. The Matrix, Resurrections premiere was also a sci-fi fashion show. Star Trek, Discovery Season 4 is taking a break, to make way for more Star Trek. Here's what we know about Android 13 so far. 10 anti-vax lies to watch out for this holiday. Good news, watching lectures at 2x speed might not be so bad after all. Hugo Awards host Discon 3 apologizes for taking money from defense company. 2021 has to be the beginning of the end for big oil. Apple Music could be why Spotify's promised hit feature is still missing. Magnetic fields could be early warning that a tsunami is on the way. Amazon says it will stop interfering with workers organizing on-site. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Shark Bay Airport in Australia at 113 degrees Fahrenheit or 45 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Delayangyr in Russia at minus 71.32 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57.4 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Big tech split leads to demise of Internet Association. Rainy years cannot make up for California's groundwater use. 2021 was the year the world finally turned on Facebook. From 360 Hz monitors to 8,000 Hz keyboards, 2021 was the year of the Hertz. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Old Donald Trump getting worse. Al Sharpton says former president's age will matter more than Biden's in 2024. Judge rules MAGA riding oathkeeper can only use the internet if his wife supervises him. Georgia election workers sue Rudy Giuliani after his lies about them result in non-stop threats. Jared Kushner cashes in on White House role by raising $3 billion for Middle East-focused investment firm. Democrats can win the Senate in 2022 and make it mansion-proof. Trump-loving cartoonist Ben Garrison turns on former president for pushing vaccines. Capitol rioter accused of DUI in incident with assault rifle and cops while out on bail. Dem Congresswoman Mary Gay Scanlon carjacked and robbed in Philadelphia. Trump's billion-dollar social media venture funded by a Chinese company with a shady history. Jury finds former cop Kim Potter guilty of all charges related to fatal shooting of Daunte Wright. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. This scientist created a rapid test just weeks into the pandemic. Here's why you still cannot get it. This coastal town needs federal aid for climate adaptation. It will get a military truck instead. Hero, the flight attendant who duct-taped an abusive passenger. Monster, the completely useless and undemocratic U.S. Senate. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Joan Didion, in her own words, 23 of the best quotes, The Guardian. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Expert, psychedelics, other psychoplastogens heal the physical damage associated with many brain disorders, mental health disorders, pharmacy times. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Blineba Sound 787-810, blinded by sound. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, December 24th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Veteran researcher, Mike Price has passed away, December 17, 2021. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, December 24th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. Newsite is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by Newsite. All rights reserved.